The Volquest 2-minute drill is brought to you by Craven Wings.
Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price. Craven Wings 2-minute drill. Remember, kids eat free all day at the Seymour and Choteau locations. Just those two locations. Kids eat free all day, every day at Craven Wings at those two locations. Brent, listen to Josh Heupel this morning. Cedric Tillman moving around. We'll decide tomorrow. I would bet not making the trip or not playing.
Well, I think it's a stretch to think he's going to play, and I think we felt that way since he had the procedure, since he had the tightrope procedure. I mean, you're at 16, 17 days asking him to cut and do all those things. That's a real stretch to say you can get to that point. He's out of the walking boot. You know, he is in shoes and is running around doing some things. But I think it's, can he fundamentally play the position? And I think that's the decision they'll ultimately make the final decision on tomorrow. But it certainly feels doubtful at this point.
Yeah, and if he was not able to go next week, then I wouldn't play him against Kentucky, because there's no point to play him against UT Martin and rushing back out there too early.
Agreed. I'll be surprised if he can't go next week. I think he's made good progress. I think everybody's they were hopeful for LSU, but have kind of earmarked Alabama as the game to be more realistic, I guess.
As for those that may actually play, D. Williams seems like he's trending in the right direction and will be a factor at some point in this football game somewhere.
Yeah, I thought that was the most telling comment from Josh Heupel in his brief visit with the media on Thursday. It was, felt like he was really close to being able to play against Florida. They wanted to take an extra week, actually 2 weeks, just to be sure he was good to go, to let it strengthen some more. He has been ramping up on the practice field, and he said he's going to be a factor in this game as part of the game plan. They like the way he's looked back there in the secondary. That's a guy that I think a lot of people felt like was going to be a starter had he been healthy coming out of fall camp. I'm not saying he changes everything and fixes everything for Tennessee in the secondary, but he is a body that they believe can help.
Going on the road, I asked Josh Heupel, winning early downs, and going tempo, how much does that kind of take the crowd out of it? Because, you make a play, you got 30 seconds, and the crowd ratchets up more and more and more. But if you're going tempo and you're getting that play off pretty quick, can they get as loud? And I was surprised. He said he didn't think it would make that big video. A couple of the players have talked about they feel like the tempo helps the crowd noise if you can have success.
Well, I think it absolutely does. I think Josh Heupel wasn't going to do anything to suggest to the LSU crowd that they're not loud enough or they're not vocal enough. I mean, he talked about the crowd noise that they practice with, but the reality is when you're going and having success and you're playing fast, it is hard for the crowd to really get into it. There's no big build-up for 3rd and 1 because you're going. Look, for Tennessee to be successful, crowd or no crowd, they have to win early downs. If they don't, this offense looks a lot like what we saw at Pittsburgh. Tennessee's got to get that first down and get things going offensively to get into their tempo.
One last injury note, the running back room was very suspect against, Florida as far as injury related. Fully healthy, ready to go this week. Dylan Sampson's back full go. He's had a really good week on the practice field for a couple of different people I've talked to. He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price. This has been the Craven Wings 2-minute drill on Thursday.
When you're craving wings, it's got to be Craven Wings. Online at cravenwings.com.